Eternal Return is a MOBA battle royale where you have to run all over a map, build your items, cook food and drinks, fight people, take objectives, and win the game. Or die. You'll probably die a lot. A lot. Don't worry about it. To help you get better, here's 10 beginner tips for Eternal Return. When you first load into a game, you're gonna wanna check all the boxes around you and pick up all the items with a yellow triangle on the top. If your inventory gets full, you should craft some of the items together to free space to hold more items. As a tip, you don't really want to clog your inventory with branches and stones in the first zone, as you can get branches and rocks in every other zone. Items in zones are actually equally distributed. This means that if you check every box in a loot cluster, you'll usually get at least one of each of the items in that zone. Similarly, if you see two of the boxes are more or less empty, it's probably a better idea to check another nearby loot cluster. The early game is all about going fast. If you're missing an item or two, it's better to go to a different zone to get them rather than hang around too long. That said, there is a delivery drone system that lets you get items you may have missed and can't get to in time. You can order an item into your inventory as long as you have space by right-clicking the portrait in the upper right plan section, or by looking for the item in the item menu and searching it up. Completing your build gives you tons of stats you otherwise wouldn't have, and it makes things so much easier. Finding anything before you finish your build just slows you down, and generally you don't want that. You want to finish your build before day 2, but finishing around night 1's probably the best. Weapon mastery is a really important stat in this game. You get more stats the higher it goes, and you get an additional weapon skill at level 7. Once you get your build online, you should focus on killing all the wild animals you can find, or fighting players early. Bears give you the best experience, but generally any of the others will do, as long as you clear them along the way. Food is very valuable and can be the difference between a win and a loss in most fights. You want to carry at least one stack of food on you, and some drinks if you're a character that runs out of SP quickly. The easiest food to make are hamburgers, which you get by combining meat from animals you kill, and the bread from your starting inventory. Picking up lighters lets you combine them with oil or rocks, and this lets you turn meat into chicken or steak respectively. I'm going to make a more comprehensive food guide, so look forward to that. Playing one character and build over and over lets you get used to their routing and the game as you explore the map, and get used to where everything kind of is. The best characters for beginners are characters like Jackie, Kenwu, or Yuki, but pick whoever you like and you probably just have a good time. You can learn with any character as long as you enjoy their playstyle. Some might just take a little longer, but eventually it all just clicks. Knowing where people are is so important in this game. You can avoid threats, see potential targets, or even third-party someone. Now you want to take the console CCTV whenever you enter a new zone, especially at night. The camera being red means someone else has vision on you, and gray means that nobody does. Also, cameras, basically wards, are very important. You can get a camera from killing bats, and from some zone boxes. Combining this with binoculars gets you 2 cameras, basically. And combining it with gunpowder gets you a long-range circle of vision that lasts a little while. If you see someone and might get into a fight with them, press tab to check their stats. If their weapon mastery is much higher than yours, or they just have a ton more golden items, it's probably not the best idea to fight them. There's so much that goes into a character, like skill leveling order, augments, or even things like transition items or builds. For this, just go to doc.gg and look for the character you want to play and basically copy everything recommended. Doc just helped me a lot when I was learning the game, and it really was pretty useful. The other thing that helped a ton was the Eternal Return character Discord, full of very helpful people who give tips and are more than happy to answer questions in their mains. I'll leave the links in the description below. And that's it for the 10 basic tips. If you have any questions about the game, I'd love to answer them in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe to get notifications for more ERBS guides. It'll really help the channel. See you next video!